Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today because I'm doing kind of an impromptu video. I just got out of the shower, it's kind of obvious, and I got an email that my order had been delivered, and the order is from Morphe, and I ordered their Fluidity foundation. I'd actually mentioned it, I think, in a previous video, and this is going to be a real first impressions because the only thing I've done is open the bag. I haven't opened the box or anything like that. This is the cardboard component that it comes in. It's really sleek, really pretty. It's like a soft touch black. I like it. And let's open it up and see what the claims are. Okay, so I'm in the shade F230. That was a total guess. It really was. That's the only thing that stinks about ordering online is you really just don't know. But I did the best I could. This is an awesome line because they have over 60 shades, which is phenomenal. We definitely should not be in a day and time where not every single skin tone all over the spectrum should not be able to find the proper shade. So kudos to Morphe for that. And all I know about it is supposed to be very matte and very high coverage, which if you know anything about me, you know I'm all about that life. So that's why I hopped on it and I was like, yes, please. So the claims are that it's full coverage foundation, 24-hour long wear. Who wears foundation for 24 hours? Sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, great for all skin types. So, I mean, what really more do you need? I'm super nervous this shade is gonna be like way off, but this is what it looks like. It's very sleek. It kind of reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible packaging, but I like it. It's a squeezy tube. So when it comes to the foundation application process, it's obviously going to be like the same that it always is. So it is 303. And I plan on doing a few check-ins today. I've got a few errands to run, and my beautiful friend just had her baby. I actually just got the confirmation text that he was born like not even an hour ago, and I'm so excited. So hopefully, if it's okay with them, we're gonna be able to go visit on later today, and I'm just so excited. So we're just gonna go basic and squeeze it out. The color looks decent. I don't know how much I can really hold up on camera, but it looks not too bad. It's a pretty good guess. The real test will be when we put it on the face. I did apply some primer probably about 10 minutes ago, maybe 15. I did the NYX Angel Veil primer, which is a really good one. I do have a mirror. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I do have a mirror to my left. So if you see me randomly like making eye contact with that direction, then that's what it is. So let's stop running our mouths and give this a try. It looks not too bad, color matching wise. As far as the feel of it, it actually feels a little bit more liquidy than I imagined for it having such high coverage claims. And I have no idea if I'm putting on way too much, way too little. I mean, not way too little, but it may be way too much. Oh well, we'll see. We won't know until we put it on our face. So let's get to blending. Okay, very first thoughts. Obviously it is not completely blended out at all. It's not a perfect match, but I could have done a lot worse with the color, so I'm not mad at that. It's a little yellowy, I think, for my skin tone. I think I'm more of a pink undertone. But I mean, it blended in really quickly, and it appears to be drying really quickly. Yeah, it's already dry on my skin. So it doesn't have any claims to be a self-setting foundation. I tend to always set my foundation with powder, but so far so good. I don't see any major red flags this far in. So let's go ahead and blend the rest of it out. Okay, I believe it is blended out to the best of my ability. It is definitely not a perfect match skin-wise. It's more yellowy than my natural skin tone, but you know what? I could have done a lot worse. I've done worse when I've actually been in the store tangibly looking and touching the foundation. So far so good. I always kind of push and press the product back into my skin with the Beauty Blender. I prefer to apply it with a brush because I think it's more high coverage and quicker that way. But just to ensure that everything is nice and smooth and there's no cakiness, the dampness with the Beauty Blender or Real Technique sponge helps to ensure that. Another thing I did notice about this upon initial application is that it dries very quickly. Like those spots that I had not blended out on this side of my face while I was talking, they had already started to get a little bit tacky, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to go do the rest of my face off camera and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. That took a little bit longer than expected, doesn't it always? But my full face of makeup is on, and I realized I forgot to mention while I was filming that this foundation retails for $18 if you're interested. I think with shipping and my coupon code factored in, or my discount code factored in, it wound up being like $23, but it came in less than a week. So I'm really satisfied with that. So this is how it is looking right now. Not too bad. Obviously I do have a full face of makeup on, and I was kind of on the fence about using setting spray, but I decided not to because I didn't want to impede the outcome of my analysis on the foundation, if you will, not to get too scientific about it, but I want to really judge it for what it is naturally. The biggest things that are going to impress me with this foundation is if it really helps with oil control. A lot of foundations claim to do that, and in my experience, not a lot of foundations deliver on it. I mean, I am so oily, it's annoying. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm 17 or almost 30, winter, fall, spring, summer, like I'm always oily. So usually within an hour to 2 hours it starts like peeking through, and then by hour like 7 or 8 it's like you could fry a chicken on my face. So my plan is not to touch up for the remainder of the day. It is going on 4 o'clock. It's 3:48. And yeah, we're going to enjoy the rest of our day, run some errands, and I will be doing check-ins throughout the day and let y'all know how it holds up. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so we are at check-in number 1. I am actually in my driveway because natural light can be very telling when it comes to foundation and what you like and what you don't like. And it's pretty overcast today, and the sun is gonna set within the next few minutes, so I figured this would be a good opportunity for my first check-in to do it outside in natural light before the sun sets. So this is how we're looking right now. Keep in mind my skin is not doing so hot like in the breakout department, which is super frustrating, but the coverage is really good. Y'all, this is getting real raw. This is like real raw to show yourself in this kind of light because it is not forgiving. But I'd say the coverage is good. I have not gotten oily yet, which I'm very thankful for. And truthfully, I don't like love the way I look or the way my skin looks right now, but I'm attributing that less to the foundation and more to like most foundations unfortunately look like this in natural light when your skin is textured and you're not having the best skin phase. So just keep that in mind. So now that we've been in the roughest possible light, the next check-in will be in light that's a little bit more pleasing, but of course I'm still gonna keep it real as far as how I feel about its performance. Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, I goofed a little bit. It is actually 2 days later. It is Saturday, March 2nd. And my whole intent was to obviously check in later in the day, which was 2 days ago, Thursday, which I filmed. And the first and kind of last check-in I did was out in natural light in my driveway. I had every intention of doing 2 more check-ins before bed, and that plan got a little bit derailed for a wonderful reason. I went to the hospital to see my beautiful friend's precious baby boy that was just born. Left my camera at home, and then I got home and I truly had every intention to just do like 1 more check-in. And I started talking to Michael and fell asleep at like 9 o'clock in bed and woke up very out of it at like 3 a.m. Has anyone else ever done that? I know that I'm not alone. So that part kind of stinks, but it's actually kind of a blessing in disguise because, like I said, it's 2 days later. So it gave me an opportunity to give the foundation just 1 more try. I gave it kind of like half a try last time. So I have applied it for a second time, and I am going to run a few errands later on today. The kids are napping right now, but we've got to go return a couple things and then go grocery shopping. So I have relatively light, like, eye and lip and cheek and all that makeup, but I did apply the Morphe foundation again. This time I did not use a primer. I thought I may switch it up a little bit and see how I like it differently, and I did not use a setting spray. So this is my first check-in, I guess, if you could say. It is 2:43, and this is how it's looking right now. It really is a very pretty foundation. My skin is not doing so hot right now, but the foundation is beautiful. So I'm definitely interested to test it throughout the day as we're out and about. And 2 quick things. Something I probably will pick up while I'm grocery shopping is another one of my Maybelline Fit Me loose powders, because I barely had any left to apply my makeup today. So oily girls like me are really dependent on their powder, and this claiming to be a very oil controlling foundation, that will put it to the test even more since I barely was able to set my face. And also, y'all, this hair, I'm aware I'm getting it done in 2 days, and those 2 days cannot come quickly enough because it needs Jesus. So this is my first check-in, so to speak, after the makeup was applied, the foundation for the second time, and I'll take y'all on a couple quick outings with me, quick check-ins, and then we will wrap it up and give our real first impressions or second impressions of the foundation. I'll see y'all in a bit. Hey y'all, I'm back with check-in number 1 or 2 depending on how you look at it, but we are out. We are just about to head into the store, and I don't know whether or not I'll be able to take footage in the store, so I thought I would show. The light from the car is always pretty good as far as being kind of telltale, but this is how the foundation is looking right now. We'll get you nice up close and personal. Honestly, it's not really looking that bad, and I have not gotten oily. I have not touched up at all, and I forgot to share the time. So it's 5:33, so it's been about 3 hours since application. So for me not to be crazy oily already is pretty dang impressive so far. I'll try to show you my forehead. I don't see anything breaking up on my forehead. The chin is usually, now I do have like breakout on my chin, but I don't see the foundation breaking up. I got a little lipstick there. I don't see the foundation breaking up on my chin yet, and this is on my other cheek. And it doesn't look like my pores are accentuated. And y'all, let me tell you, showing your face that up close up is a little vulnerable. So everybody be nice. But I do try to be honest about my skin and the struggles that I have had in the past and that I have had lately. So do one more up close look. So far so good. For those of you that don't ever like to look like you're wearing makeup, I mean, I can tell you out the gate this might not be a product for you, because you definitely can tell that I have foundation on. But 3 hours in for a super oily girl and not getting oily yet, and I think overall, especially considering me having problem skin. The skin looks good, so that's my current check-in for what it's worth. Let's head into the store. Hey y'all, I am back for my probably final check-in of the night. I guess this is almost 30 because it is 9:46 and I will be calling it a night here pretty soon. So I didn't feel like going all the way down to my basement with my little filming space, so I thought I would just do it up here and tell you all my final thoughts. I have not touched up or repowdered or even blotted once, which is so out of character for me. It is not even funny. Like literally every single day I wear makeup, I have to blot my face because of oil production. So I haven't done any of that today. And you know, all things considered, I probably would give this foundation like a B+. I feel like everything is judged a little bit more critically when you don't like how your skin is doing, and I know I've made that very clear that mine's been having some difficulties lately. So I mean, like, I don't love the way my chin looks because that's where a lot of my breakouts are happening, but like my forehead, for example, you know, there's not a lot of oil production. There's not a lot of the foundation breaking up on my forehead. You can see, I mean, I'm a little oily through here, y'all. This is so keeping it real. It's not even funny. But these are the kind of foundation reviews that I always appreciate when people show me like the nitty gritty. Like, I want to see it all. It's a little bit oily through here, but honestly, for having this foundation on for 7 hours and absolutely no touch-ups of any kind, and my skin knowing how it is, I'm not mad at it, that's for sure. This cheek probably looks the best. I don't see any caking up. I don't see any creasing. So, I mean, yeah, some pores are visible, but I mean, I am a human being. I have pores. So, to try to give you a definitive review, I probably will wear it again. I'm not over the moon, think it's the most amazing foundation ever, but I'm certainly not disappointed in what I see, especially considering my skin can be kind of problematic sometimes. So if you're on the fence about it and you have oily skin, I am at a point where I'm saying I would recommend it. If you have dry skin, you probably would not like it just because of how thick, how mattifying, how oil controlling it claims to be, and it dries really quick. So I'm gonna call it a night here pretty soon. I know this was a very thorough review, a lot longer than I planned for it to be, but what else is new on my channel? So thank y'all for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you some info if you were considering purchasing this foundation, and I will see y'all in my next video. Good night, guys.